Welcome to this special training by Software Development Center. In this training, there will be diverse audience, diverse trainings, right? Who has completed the first year, maybe few who has completed third year and the final year, maybe from the MCA, BCA, BTech, and maybe someone who has completed the MCA or degree as well, right? Many of them has some examination today, so they are not able to join. What they will join, right? What do you understand the difference between a teaching the course you are having some programming course like physics, chemistry, or fundamental in problem solving, and the training, right? After first year, and fortunately you are from the same batch, you have just completed your first year and you are in the second year. What do you understand the difference between the training and the some teaching? Can you tell me? We also have the practical in your theory as well. So almost every physics, chemistry, your PPS, they all have the labs portion as well, right? Gaining experience. Okay, so I think the best learning is experiential learning. You do conduct experiment yourself and you learn yourself, right? That is the best learning. Issue with that learning is it requires a lot of efforts. It requires a lot of time. So it will be a better you learn from others' mistakes rather than your own mistakes, right? That it will be so need to observe from the others, and you like that. And if you conduct experiment on your own without any supervision or guidance, then sometime it may be dangerous, or it depends on the type of the experiment you are conducting. And if not dangerous, then definitely you may spend more time than required. The training which I am offering is like a on-job training, right? And if you do the classroom teaching learning and you don't go for experiential learning, then probably you forget after some time. Just you remember during the examination, and most of the time after examination you find, and we find, students are not remembering anything. We want to make this training very special. You are doing it yourself, like DIY, do it yourself. It will be supervised with bare minimum intervention. We will observe what you are doing, and if you are doing something wrong, then we will try to correct that. And many times by doing something wrong, we all will learn something new as well. So something adventurous, we explore, let you do it yourself. But because we also wanted to have the results, and that's why we will supervise. Now you are asking about the timing. Let me know your concern. Ask me question. कैंप किस चीज़ का 4 to 13 कल शुरू होएगा हो 10 दिन का कैंप हो गया लगभग फुल डे है उठते रहना फिर तो ट्रेनिंग नहीं कर पाओगे मेरे हिसाब ਨਾਲ हाँ जी कितना नहीं वो ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਆਣ ਦੇਣਗੇ ਉੱਥੋਂ 2 ਜਾਂ 3 ਘੰਟੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਤੇ ਕਿਹੜੇ ਟਾਈਮ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਆਣ ਦੇਣਗੇ okay you see everyone should be on the telegram group, right? And all the common things need to be discussed there, right? Technical question, problems, issues. I mean, it might be taken as, if you wish you can discuss there as well. Everyone should know okay what are the status, because we need to help each other. Everyone is a learner here and everyone is a teacher here. So we will learn from each other, right? We will think, I think you all are also doing the Infosys Python program? Have you started that? Why? When your was the last examination? On Friday? Then you could have started on Friday itself. आज भी शुरू कर सकते हो. What I came to know before that, I would like ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਸ ਕੋਰਸ ਬਾਰੇ ਕੀ ਜਾਣਦੇ ਹੋ, ਉਹ ਕੀ ਕੋਰਸ ਹੈ, ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕੀ ਸਿਖਾਏਗਾ, ਉਹ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਦਾ ਹੋਏਗਾ, ਕੀ ਹੋਏਗਾ. Do you have the idea ਕਿ just you got link from somewhere and it was made mandatory that everyone have to do that, so you just join that without going through the content or what it will be covered, how it will be covered. बोलो, कुछ पता है कि नहीं पता? हाँ, Python language ठीक है. See, another advantage you will get, probably you might be allocated mentors for that training as well from your department like CSE and IT, right? You might be feel lucky or unlucky as the case may be. I will also be mentor there unofficially because you are doing training with me, so whatever you do I need to monitor that. And it has some advantage because whatever we are going to do, it will also involve Python, right? So I don't think you will be able to learn Python from there and I wait for that time to get something, so I have to teach Python whatever required. Rather, I will not teach you much. You yourself will learn Python whatever is required for our project because we are least concerned about the learning anything. ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਲਰਨ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ ਕੁਝ ਨਹੀਂ ਬੈਠੇ. As an engineer or problem solver, our objective is to develop some project which can be useful to someone, so that if we can able to sell that project and earn something, then that will be the biggest satisfaction. And probably we will try to sell to the GNE college. बहुत बड़ा क्लाइंट है साढ़े वास्ते, ਉਹ ਪੈਸੇ ਚਾਹੇ ਨਾ ਮਿਲਣ, ਉਹਦੀ ਐਕਸੈਪਟੈਂਸ ਹੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਅਲਾਓ ਕਰਤਾ ਕਿ ਆਪਣੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਬਣਾਈ ਐਪ ਨੂੰ ਉਹ ਯੂਜ਼ ਕਰਨ. ਹੁਣ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਯੂਜ਼ ਕਰੋਗੇ ਫਿਰ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਹੋਰ ਮਜ਼ਾ ਆਏਗਾ ਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਫਰੈਂਡਸ ਨੂੰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੱਸ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ ਕਿ ਮੇਰਾ ਬਣਾਇਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਹੈ. So that will be our objective कि we want to do something which can be used by real person organizations. In our case we will try with GNDC, and whatever is required to build that we will learn only that much, not only single Python, maybe many things, not Python completely, whatever is required. So that will be the approach, and there won't be any spoon feeding. You will be given task, you need to do it yourself, right? Nowadays you have the search engines on the internet, you have the textbooks with you, you can use the library, internet, or any AI tool, Google Bard or ChatGPT, but responsibility is yours whether you are getting the correct information from these tools or incorrect information. You need to verify yourself, and that will give you the skill that how to make use of these tools which are available to us for delivering something, for accomplishing some project, right? We need to learn many more things. So that will be the approach. We will do something, and probably nowadays everything is a web driven. You find everything is web based. Whatever we used to call desktop application, now everything is on cloud, and you can access it with your credentials from any device wherever you are. If you forget your mobile, you can access from the desktop from the lab or mobile of a friend. I mean, information is available if you have the credential. You don't stick to the one particular device. So we will also try to make web apps in this training. Before we go further, if you have any question up to this discussion, I mean, whatever you have the doubt, one, I am speaking in a particular style. whether that you are able to understand or you are not able to understand. If you are not able to understand, you have to interrupt me, right? Whether you want to explanation in a simpler words, although I try to speak simpler words, or in Hindi or Punjabi. So unless you are not getting what I am saying, that will be useless. So anytime you can interrupt in between. As such, timing will be flexible. We expect you spend 40 hours on this training in addition to whatever you do for the Infosys, right? So probably I expect 20 hours that required. That total is 80 hours, I think. 2 weeks. And if you know already, you can finish in 1 week as well. You नहीं है कि तुम करना है, तो नाल करो, दसो मैनू की करते हो, ताकि जरा इत्थे यूज़ करना पाऊँ उत्थे भी यूज़ करांगे. पर जो तो यू कवर नहीं किया होगा, we will need to cover in a different way so that we can use here, right? Any question from your side? You are Diya, you are Sumandeep, Jaspinder Kaur Walia, अमरजीत कौर. गुड. कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं है? ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕਿਹੜੀ ਕਿਹੜੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮਿੰਗ ਲੈਂਗੁਏਜ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ? ਸੀ ਆਈ ਅਜ਼ਿਊਮ ਸੀ ਸਭ ਨੂੰ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਹੋਏਗੀ. ਸੀ ਤੋਂ ਇਲਾਵਾ ਕੀ ਕੁਛ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਹੈ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ? ਕੁਛ ਨਹੀਂ? Frappe is not a language. Shell scripting, Python. आंदी है ना? Right. See, when we talk about we say everything will be web based. ਜਿਹੜੀ web ਦੀ basic language है, that is HTML. वो ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ आनी चाहिए. मैं नहीं सिखानी पर. ठीक है? So in that case you have courses like, so normally you need to search on the internet like learn HTML in minutes, right? So if you do such type of search, you will find learn HTML in 5 minutes. Is it so easy? Okay. My full course can be completed in less than an hour, right? चलो 5 मिनट नहीं 15 मिनट होंगे, आधा घंटा होगा, घंटे की गल कर रहा है. But definitely I say you start with a minimum time. Whatever you get, जे तुहानूं लगदा कि अपनी 5 तो हो ही नहीं सकता, ओके अगे कोई लिंक शायद 15 मिनट वाला भी होएगा. आ लो 20 मिनट्स, ठीक है, यह भी लै सकते हो, पर ये तो ज़्यादा नहीं लेना कोई. 15-20 मिनट तो बाद वाला नहीं लेना कोई भी. मिनीमम असी मिनीमम लर्न करना तो डिलीवर करना है. अज की डेट च कोई भी बंदा कोई भी लैंगुएज पूरी कभी नहीं सीख पाया, तो कभी सीखने की कोशिश भी ना करियो. तो जो कुछ मैं कह रहा ये जाके दसना भी नहीं है किसी ने. ठीक है? लोग तुहाडा भी मजाक उड़ाएंगे तो मेरा भी उड़ाएंगे. ये प्रैक्टिकल ट्रेनिंग है, थ्योरेटिकल नहीं है. Right? You will be a smart engineer if with the minimum learning or training you are able to produce something will be wonderful, and that's what I try to teach. पर ਉਹਦੇ ਲਈ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਲਈ ਕਮਿਟਮੈਂਟ ਹੋਣੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈ. You should be fully sincere. ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕੁਝ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਇਸ ਟਾਈਮ ਤੇ, that's immaterial, right? But you should have a desire, burning desire to learn new things, and we will learn every day something new, right? And in that process, if you find some difficulty, in that case you need to share. We will have the things where we will share information. So this interaction will be limited for 1 hour or 2 hours or spread over number of periods where I will interact with you. But virtually we will be available most of the time, not 24 hours, but it might be any time, maybe 11 p.m., maybe 4 a.m., maybe 4 PM, anytime. So virtually you can ask question, any one of you can reply whenever you wish, and whenever I get time I will reply. So your queries, you should ask queries, and wherever we sit to do the practice, we expect minimum you should spend 6 hours here. I said 10 to 3, right, 5 hours. But still we are flexible. We are more concerned with the learning and the outcome, right? Interaction, if you feel you can do the things online, wonderful. But if that is not convenient, physical require, definitely I will spend 1 hour or 2 hours as the case may be a requirement. So I will be available on the requirement basis, right? Through virtual I will be available more frequently, where you, but I can only answer if you ask question. So you need to learn, you need to open up. ਇਹ 'ਚ ਸ਼ਰਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨੀ ਕਿ ਕੀ ਕਹਿਣਗੇ, ਕਿ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਤਾ, ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਕੁਛ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਉਂਦਾ। ਇਹ ਗਲਤ ਫਹਿਮੀ ਨਾ ਰਹੀ ਹੋ ਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਫਰੈਂਡਸ ਤੋਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਜਾਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਆਉਂਦਾ, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਕੁਛ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਉਂਦਾ। ਸੋ ਵੀ ਆਰ ਲਰਨਿੰਗ ਫਰੋਮ ਈਚ ਅਦਰ। You ask question, and if you know the answer, you should try to give the answer before I give. And if you even don't know the answer, even then you should try to answer. How? कर सकते हो कि नहीं कर सकते? क्योंकि इन्होंने क्वेश्चन पूछा है, ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ आंसर नहीं आता, ਤੁਸੀਂ आंसर दे सकते हो? कुछ ही बोलो। हाँ दस सकते हो। इवन यू कैन ट्राई गूगल और अदर इंटरनेट सर्च इंजन्स और AI tools. So whatever someone asks, you search or use AI tool and try to find the answer. First you understand the problem. If problem is not clear, you ask to clarify the problem. Many times problem is not clear. So if problem is not clear, no one can answer. So your duty is to get the problem rectified, whether you answer or not. But you try to understand the problem, then try to find out the answer yourself. वो आंसर ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸਮਝ ਲੱਗੇ ਨਾ ਲੱਗੇ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹਦੇ ਲਿੰਕ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਪੋਸਟ ਕਰ ਦਿਓ। ਕੋਈ ਕਾਮਨ ਗਰੁੱਪ ਹੋਏਗਾ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਇੰਟਰੈਕਟ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ। ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਚਾਹੇ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਸਮਝ ਲੱਗਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੱਗਾ, ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਆਂਸਰ ਸਮਝ ਲੱਗੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੱਗੀ, ਬਟ ਈਵਨ ਦੈਨ you can help her. That's happened. And if a problem gets solved, she thank you, you get the happiness, right? So we have to give happiness to others. And ਇਹ ਟ੍ਰੇਨਿੰਗ ਟੈਨਸ਼ਨ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨੀ। ਜੇ ਮਜ਼ਾ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਤਾਂ ਕਰੋ, ਨਹੀਂ ਛੱਡ ਦਿਓ। It should be purely fun. And this is not a class. You can carry some eatables, some drinks with you. So whenever you feel hungry, you can use that. Only thing is wherever you sit, ਉੱਥੇ ਕੋਈ ਗੰਦ ਨਹੀਂ ਪੈਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ। So eatable ਇੱਦਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਣੇ ਚਾਹੀਦੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਖਲਾਰਾ ਪਾਣ ਉਹ। Otherwise you can anytime within the class you can eat as well. Any question? So only thing is you need to be open. ਜਿੱਥੇ ਵੀ ਬੈਠੋਗੇ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਕੰਮ ਕਰੋਗੇ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਸ 'ਚ ਕੋਈ ਗੱਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨੀ, ਖਾਸ ਕਰ ਟੈਕਨੀਕਲ। ਉੱਦਾਂ ਵੀ ਖੱਪ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਾਣੀ, ਅਸੀਂ ਡਿਸਪਲਿਨ ਮੇਨਟੇਨ ਕਰਕੇ ਰੱਖਣਾ ਹੈ। ਸੋ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਸ 'ਚ ਕੋਈ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈ, ਹੈਲਪ ਲੈਣੀ ਹੈ, ਉਹ ਥਰੂ ਕਾਮਨ ਪੋਰਟਲ, ਜਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਆਪਾਂ ਗਰੁੱਪ ਬਣਾਇਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਹੈ ਟੈਲੀਗ੍ਰਾਮ, ਉਹ 'ਚ ਹੋ ਸਕਦੀ ਹੈ, ਜਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ ਈਮੇਲ ਗਰੁੱਪ ਨੂੰ ਯੂਜ਼ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ, ਉਹ 'ਚ ਵੀ ਹੋ ਸਕਦੀ ਹੈ। ਠੀਕ ਹੈ। ਸੋ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਦੋਂ ਵੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ, ਖਾਸ ਕਰ ਰਾਤ ਨੂੰ ਸੌਣ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਜਿੰਨੀ ਵੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਆਉਂਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ, ਉਹ ਪੋਸਟ ਕਰਕੇ ਸੌਂ, ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਸਵੇਰੇ ਉੱਠੋ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸੋਲੂਸ਼ਨ ਪਏ ਹੋਣ, ਉਹਦੇ 'ਤੇ ਮਿਲ ਜਾਣ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ। ਉਹ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੌਣਾ। ਜੋ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਨੂੰ ਉੱਥੇ ਕਲੀਅਰਲੀ ਲਿਖੋਗੇ ਮੇਰੀ ਇਹ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਹੈ, ਤਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਕਲੀਅਰ ਹੋ ਜਾਵੇਗੀ ਘੱਟੋ ਘੱਟ। ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਪੋਸਟ ਕਰਨ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਪੜ੍ਹ ਵੀ ਲੈਣਾ ਐਜ਼ ਏ ਆਊਟਸਾਈਡਰ ਕਿ ਆਈ ਵਾਂਟ ਟੂ ਹੈਲਪ ਦਿਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ, ਵੈਦਰ ਦਿਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਕਲੀਅਰ ਟੂ ਮੀ, ਜੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਚੇਂਜ ਕਰ ਦਿਓ। ਉਹਦਾ ਇੱਕ ਫਾਇਦਾ ਇਹ ਹੋਏਗਾ ਕਿ once problem is clear to you and after that you go to sleep after struggle, lot of struggle, you get the solution yourself in your dream. अजमा के देख लियो and you have to share these experience with us कि मैनू राती 4 बजे सपना आया तो मेरा ये सलूशन मैं उठ के उस दिन किया हो गया। ये होएगा, पर जे तुम एफर्ट पाओगे तो, जे स्ट्रैच नहीं करोगे फिर कुछ नहीं हो। then nothing will be there. ठीक है जी. So you will learn HTML. That is your first task. Learn HTML. ठीक है. ਇਹਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ L stand for language, right? But it is not a programming language as such. मेरा status programming language वाला नहीं है. This is markup language. It is like something to write on a paper and you want to give to the publisher and you want to tell how it should look. Then you can tell this is the title, this is the heading, and this is subheading and something like that. So you just tell this is heading, this is title. So you are marking up. You just telling this text is what type of it is. It can be paragraph, right? So it is like that. Just telling someone this portion of the text belong to which category of a document. A book will be divided into chapters. So in that case there can be chapters. This is chapter 1, this is chapter 2. Or within a chapter, so one can be title, there can be abstract or introduction, or there can be section, subsection, subsection, and you find like 1, 1.1, 1.11. So these are the sections, subsections, subsections, and then comes the paragraph. So these are the structure of a document, and we are dealing with a document, right? So just to tell that is it like that, right? So you will find it is there, and in case whatever I told you, it was the generic, right? Section is not there as such in HTML. In HTML they call it header, right? They represent it with H1, but there be a highest order header, H2, H3, and like that, right? Then how to write? Just have, I say 5 minutes first one, right? ਅਸੀਂ ज़्यादा कुछ सीखना नहीं है, ठीक है? HTML थोड़ी बहुत आनी चाहिए है. जब देख के पता लगे कि हाँ दिस इज HTML, वो जो समझ आती नहीं आती गल लग गया. You should able to identify that this page is written in HTML. That's all. Okay. Then you need to learn some language as well. So likewise, you can learn Python in maybe 15 minutes, right? May or may not be. I will spend, I think, about 30 minutes on that. And there is one link as well. Learn 90% of Python in 90 minutes. 1.5 घंटे ਵਿੱਚ 90% Python ਸਿੱਖ ਲਓ, ਠੀਕ ਹੈ? ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬਿਗਨਰ ਹੋ 3 ਘੰਟੇ ਲਗਾ ਲਓ, ਚਲ 1 ਦਿਨ ਲਗਾ ਲਓ, ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਕੋਰਸ ਤਾਂ ਖਤਮ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਫਿਰ, ठीक है ना? You do practice, do that course with the excellent performance there. उसके बाद टेस्ट भी होना है ना. So I say कि your performance will be much better than any other who are doing, because you are doing in a fast track. You are doing here, you are learning here. पर बेसिकली ਜਿਹੜਾ मेरा स्किल सैट मेरा तो फोकस नहीं है कि ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਚੰਗੇ ਨੰਬਰ आ जाते बाई प्रोडक्ट है. नंबर आन ना आन, you should able to finish the project. That is more important. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਦੇ ਸਵਾਲ ਦਾ ਜਵਾਬ ਦਿਓ ਨਾ ਦਿਓ, ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਜੈਕਟ ਬਣਿਆ 1000 ਬੱਚਾ ਯੂਜ਼ ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ, 2000 ਯੂਜ਼ ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ, ਲੋਕੀ ਸਬਸਕ੍ਰਿਪਸ਼ਨ ਲੈ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ, that is much bigger than knowing anything. ਕੁਛ ਕੋਟਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਲਗਾਉਣਾ, ਕਰੈਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨਾ, everything is available. ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਸਿੰਟੈਕਸ ਦੇਖਣੀ ਹੈ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਦੀ ਸਰਚ ਕਰੋ, ਜੋ ਕਿ ਇਟ ਵਿਲ ਟੈਲ ਯੂ ਕਿ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਲਿਖਣਾ ਹੈ. ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਐਡੀਟਰ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਦੇ ਨੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਦੱਸ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਕਿ ਗਲਤ ਹੈ, ਉਹ ਸਹੀ ਕਰ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ, ਰਾਈਟ? ਪਰ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਟੂਲ ਘੱਟ ਯੂਜ਼ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਆਪਣਾ ਸਕਿੱਲ ਵਧੇ. But after some time, after a year or so, you can use any tool which will help you to make things quickly. ये अपने आप ही होता है, right? So that's what we do, and we will make number of apps, web apps. Excited? Good. So that means now you can go your login there, right? सबने login बना लिया था, इत्थे चले जाओ. लॉगिन हो गया सबका? So if you have the laptop, you can make use of the laptop because screen there will be different than on the mobile. सबको मोबाइल है, लैपटॉप ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਹੈ, ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਹੈ, ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਹੈ, ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ नहीं है, अज लैके नहीं आए कि है ही नहीं, कोई गल नहीं। See, to do any type of the web development, you need to know HTML, right? And we will try, you should know it to the minimum possible, right? And then you need to know some computer language as well if you want to do some serious, and that we are going to use Python. In addition to that, most of the time we wanted that everything should be stored in a database. You should also know the database. All these things may look very new to you, but be sure you will able to learn everything with a bare minimum efforts and only that much which are required. Our focus is to create the apps. And by knowing these languages, if you want to develop something, you can do what it required lot of efforts, and even quality whatever you produce will not be good, right? So no professional will try to do by using your fundamental knowledge only. They will make use of the frameworks. For everything there are the frameworks available which do lot of routine work by itself, and you need to give only the requirement particular to that project or that customer. So you code only about that thing, right? So first thing you need to make use of some framework. Then framework are of different category. Nowadays there are the frameworks which are known as no code framework, no code environment. So you can do lot of things without any coding. Can you give me any example? You can log in and do it. Can you give me any example which you can say, yes, this is no code? Have you ever used any product for your purpose which is no code? नहीं आइडिया आ रहा? Have you ever created a web form? कभी कोई वेब फॉर्म बनाया? Mostly whenever you apply for the admission or teacher asks for any information, you fill the web form, right? ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹ ਕਦੀ ਬਣਾਇਆ ਵੀ ਹੈ? ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬਣਾਇਆ? किस तरह बनाया? नहीं कैसे, कौन सा टूल यूज़ किया है, कौन सी लैंग्वेज यूज़ की, कैसे बनाया? हाँ नहीं, तो कैसे बनाते हैं, कौन सी एप्लीकेशन यूज़ की? भरा था कि बनाया था? बनाया था. See, as such, these are the HTML form. In HTML you can create the form. So you need to learn how to create the forms, and you can open the notepad and you can type there and give an extension of .html. It will, that's the way you create with the basic knowledge, right? So that means you create a web form, you need to know the HTML, bare minimum, right? And if I say you create form using like you filled form for SDC, right? It was made using Google form, and Google form is the example of no code. To create the web form, I don't need any HTML knowledge or any other programming knowledge. So they have created a web interface with which anyone who just know how to operate the computer without any knowledge of HTML can create the web form. So this is the example of no code, right? So there are many applications which say no code. You can search it and give me, okay, these are the, I say if you need to use no code application for your purpose, for any purpose, right? Basically you don't want to do some programming things. You want to solve some problem. You want to do something automate, right? For that task you can search what type of no code platforms are available. You may be able to find that, right? Now question is, once you do that, as a technocrat, as a scientific mind, you feel not high, then you can create the web form like this that can be created by any person, maybe student of 8th class, maybe arts graduate, maybe illiterate as well. ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਕਰਨ ਦੀ ਇੱਛਾ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਬਣਾ ਲੇਗਾ ਉਹ ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਲੱਗੂਗਾ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਕੀ ਕੀਤਾ ਕਿ why I am engineer, right? You don't feel good. But thing is that why we do things which can be done by the some tool, right? You should always do something creative. So only thing is don't do donkey work. Don't keep on writing HTML to create the forms. You should know it. You should create it once to understand it. But in programming, there is one principle. Don't repeat yourself. They call it dry principle, DRY. Don't repeat yourself. So once you have learned something, why I keep on doing that donkey labor work again and again? If that can be saved somewhere or with a click of mouse it can activate and do lot of things for me. So that's you need to learn how to preserve your work, whatever you do, learn something, how to reuse that. So that's the one part, right? So no code is there. Lot of things, and nowadays every professional is doing the no coding. Rather they are using the chat GPT as well. Chat GPT can write program for you. So why code? So code can be created by tools like ChatGPT or Google Bard. So we should be smart enough that how to make use of these tools for our benefit and earn money from that. That's what we wanted to know, or solve the problem of the society, right? So if you are doing anything on the computer, most probably that will be web based. So whatever you see, like whatever you see on the screen, it will be in HTML, right? And the simplest way to create the HTML is, I think everyone will be knowing Microsoft Word. You can write things in Word. So open the Word, write whatever you wanted to write and go to File, Save as HTML. It will save it as HTML. So even you need not to write HTML. Or there are special editors which graphically you can do things. I mean, you no need to learn HTML for normal user. But for the professionals who are in CSCIT, they must know the fundamentals, right? And then it is your choice. So that means everything will be evolve around HTML. And HTML, if you read HTML file, it will be difficult to read that. It will be not tidy, it will be dirty. You don't feel like reading that, right? Then after that there is a MD, markdown, again language, right? You can see it belongs to the same family. There are many markup languages, right? HTML is one. Then markdown is a superset. It includes HTML. What it will write in a much simpler way, which can be read as such text file, and it can be beautifully rendered as HTML file as well. So we will also learn the markdown as well. Now, and we need some programming language so that the smartness in the web page or web application comes from the programming. Otherwise HTML is a pure static, it won't change anything, right? So we need some language and HTML. And I have given you the power on this portal. We are using a framework which name is Frappe Web Framework. It is a no code and low code framework. Low code mean it gives you the lot of power. If you only no code, then it become very rigid. It will not meet your requirement. If you want to make your requirement to be fulfilled, then it must allow that by writing small code, you should able to do that. So-called customization can level, right? So we are using this framework. You can use any other framework later. Just you can search, is there any alternative of Frappe framework, and just give me 2-3 names that these are the alternative Frappe framework. And but please focus at the moment so that immediately we should able to produce some good website. And we need to change the website of gndc.ac.in. No one likes that site, right? I don't know what is your impression. Mostly I say, most of say it's a good site. I don't know why they say that it's a good site, right? So, and another thing, why we should create the web pages? No, we should not try to make the web pages. We should try to automate our work. Whatever you do, automate that. Once everything is on computer, then some information will be shown as a website. So it will be a byproduct, not a main product. So let us do some work, your problems which you find difficult, like you need to get something done just to get your fine waved off. You will write an application. Why we should write an application? You use this platform, just fill a form or email to a particular address, then everything to your mentor, your HOD or principal, things should flow and you should know where is your application and what is the status. Can't we do that? Can't we do that? We can, but he karde nahi hai. See, I have addressing to the first year students. किन्ने ਤੁਹਾਡੇ senior degree करके चले गए, किन्ने ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਵਧੀਆ staff member ਨੇ, ਪਰ ਅਸੀਂ नहीं कर रहे. Let us hope you should able to do it, right? You go and convey to your HOD of first year, or Dr. Harpreet Garewal, that we wanted to that thing. You will get the motivation and she will be happy as well, right? And we should really do something. So now we are using this platform to make the web apps, right? And first thing is we will make certain web pages, and that power has been given to you. Once you log in, you will get this, and on this side you will get such menus. Your may be different than mine. So here you will find website. Click on website, right? You can go to this introduction, right, into website, or you can watch this video as well if you have the time. Otherwise it shows that there are 2 web pages published, like web form कोई भी नहीं है, 2 वेब पेज पब्लिश ने, ब्लॉगर एक एक्टिव है, तो एक ब्लॉग पोस्ट पब्लिश है. And I will go click web page. So at the moment there are these 2 web pages. One is created by Dia about 1 month back, other is by me with the name gd.org around 12 hours back, right? So if you click here, it will open this content, and here you will see on website, see on website. So this is the web page, right? And see, look wise it may look great. Again that is the relative. मैं बनाया, मैं कहूँगा बड़ा बढ़िया है, तो हम नहीं पसंद आ सकता, right? What we normally see, something is good, everyone will appreciate except a few critics, right? I mean, you can't have the 100%. If more than 90 or 95% appreciate, that means that's a good, right? So this type of thing mostly can be a advertisement, right? And you find something. So these are the things. I mean, there is an image, their tagline, then sub tagline, right? And then there is a 2 links there, and that is the structure of this. And this type of thing is known as hero page, right? Like a poster of a film. So some impressive image, then tagline, which impress you, invite you, then some other message, and there are two, these are called the CTA, call to action. What is the purpose of this page? I want if someone reaches there, I should try to get it to click here. So this is the most prominent feature of this. It attracts. Most of the time, I want a majority person should click here, right? And then if you may click here. So there are two options, like that message should be clear. If you want to do this, then click here. So I want with a clear message, I want audience to click on either first button or the second button. If no one clicks anywhere, that's my failure. If someone visited here and clicked, then I am successful. So that should be the attractive, right? So जब web page बनाना होगा तो कितना औखा है? I say you can't comment on that because you don't know HTML. ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ नहीं पता किमें बनना है, ठीक है? पर ये मान के चलो कि सौखा होएगा, ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹਨੂੰ नो कोड ਨਾਲ ਬਣਾਵਾਂਗੇ, ठीक है? नो कोड ਦਾ ਕੀ ਮਤਲਬ ਹੈ? ਜੋ ਕੁਝ ਵੀ ਇਹ 'ਚ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਉਹ ਤਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਕੋਈ ਸੌਫਟਵੇਅਰ ਬਣਾ ਦਿੱਤਾ, ਉਹਦੀ ਜਿੰਨੀ ਵੀ ਡਿਫਿਕਲਟ ਪਾਰਟ ਸੀ ਹਾਈਡ ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ, ਜਿਹੜੀ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਇਨਪੁਟ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈ ਜੋ ਯੂਜ਼ਰ ਨੇ ਦੇਣੀ ਹੈ ਜਾਂ ਕਲਾਇੰਟ ਨੇ ਦੇਣੀ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਮੈਂ ਇਨਪੁਟ ਲੈ ਲਈ, ਠੀਕ ਹੈ? ਜਿਵੇਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਕੋਲ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਹੋ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਉਹ ਪੁੱਛਦਾ ਹੈ, ਜੋ ਕੋਈ ਦੇ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਬਾਕੀ ਕੰਮ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਦਾ ਹੈ, तो जो तुम इनपुट देनी है डॉक्टर को असीं ये लेना कि तुहाडी टैगलाइन की है, तुसीं किहो जिहा ईमेल लगाना चाहते हो, सब टैगलाइन की है, तुसीं कित्थे चाहते हो कि क्लिक करे बंदा की करे, वो लै ली इन्फॉर्मेशन असीं वही देनी है बस, बाकी सारा काम अपने आप ये सॉफ्टवेयर करेगा. दैट इज़ द पर्पज. सो हियर थिंग्स आर लाइक ए परफॉर्मेंस हैज़ बीन क्रिएटेड to get the information from the customer, and once he fill that information तुसीं किस नूं दोगे, जो भी सेंसिबल बंदा भर देगा इन्फॉर्मेशन, राइट? द मोमेंट इन्फॉर्मेशन इज फिल्ड यू विल गेट दिस पेज. मतलब कि वो तुहाडे डॉक्टर ने उन्होंने प्रोसैस करके जो भी सीगा उन्होंने प्रिस्क्रिप्शन दे दी कि तैनूं दवाई चाहिए है, उस इनपुट तो इहो जिहा पेज बन जाएगा. हुण असीं वो पेज बनाना, ठीक है? तो वंस यू लॉग्ड इन, इत्थे तुहाडी फोटो भी आ सकती है लाइक, तो तुहाडा इत्थे प्रोफाइल होएगा, लॉग आउट कर सकते हो एंड स्विच टू डेस्क. जिहड़ा मेरा पहला व्यू सीगा वो सीगा डेस्क व्यू, लाइक यू आर ऑथोराइज्ड यूजर, यू आर यूजिंग द बैक ऑफिस एंड दिस इज ए वेब पेज. So I can switch to the desk to get this, or again from here I can view website. So there are two different type of the views. Normally website is for the public or your customers, right? And other thing is like for your office staff. So this is for the office staff. So we are discussing all the web pages, right? So all these are the different modules which you may have less, and in this I will click on website. If I click on quality, you see the quality and website, so that indicate that you are in the module website. And how many pages are there? I could see from the web page 2 pages are there, right? Now I can see how it is created. Right? So we will see ये कंटेंट ने इस पेज दे, ये टाइटल है, जो कि पब्लिश नहीं करवाना इनू अनचेक कर दियो, ठीक है? ये ਇਹਦਾ ਰਾਊਟ ਹੈ, ਆਮ ਤੌਰ 'ਤੇ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ में रूट कह ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ, ਹੁੰਦਾ ਨਾ ਬੱਸ ਕਿਹੜੀ रूट ਤੇ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ, ਵੀ ਇਹ ਵੈਬ ਪੇਜ ਨੂੰ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਰਾਊਟ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ, ਇਹਦਾ ਪਾਥ ਕੀ ਹੋਏਗਾ. ਸੋ ਦਿਸ ਬਿਕਮ ਯੂਰ ਡੋਮੇਨ ਨੇਮ /gd-ort. ਇਹ पेज ਇੱਥੇ ਅਵੇਲੇਬਲ ਹੋਏਗਾ, ਠੀਕ ਹੈ? ਇਹ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਆਏਗਾ, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਭਰਨ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਚੇਂਜ ਕਰਨਾ ਚੇਂਜ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ, ਆਪਣੀ ਪਸੰਦ ਦਾ ਕਰਨਾ, ਅਦਰਵਾइज ਇਹ विल गेट ऑटोमैटिकली फ्रॉम द टाइटल. जो सेव करोगे अपने आप बना देगा, ठीक है जी? ये तो वैब पेज बनाने के कई तरीके ने, रिच टेक्स्ट जस्ट लाइक ए माइक्रोसॉफ्ट वर्ड। बिल्कुल नहीं बनाना आपने इस तरीके नाल। एंड दैट इज़ द डिफरेंस बिटवीन यू एंड ए नॉर्मल पर्सन। यू आर प्रोफैशनल्स राइट। ट्राई करना कर लो एक अद्धी बारी, पर इनू अवॉइड करियो, इनू यूज़ ना करियो, ठीक है। इनू असीं बहुत यूज़ करांगे मार्कडाउन, जितो मैं थोड़ा लिंक दे दिता है। HTML भी यूज़ कर सकते हो जे आती है तो। स्लाइड शो इदा बनेगा जे इस बनाना तो यदा फिलहाल असी यूज़ कर रहे हैं पेज बिल्डर राइट। सो टूल विच एम्पावर मी विद नो कोडिंग यू कैन क्रिएट द वेब पेज राइट। सो इट शुड बी पेज बिल्डर हेयर। उस तो बाद जो शुरू करोगे खाली होएगा, इत्थे मैं ऐड रो करूँगा तो इस जगह पे मेरे को ऑप्शन होंगी। रीड ही करना लो। हियर इट्स ए वेब टेम्पलेट। जो तो कोई भी करोगे ना, योर वेब पेज विल कॉन्स्टिट्यूट ऑफ वेरियस सेक्शंस। ईच सेक्शन कैन हैव ए डिफरेंट टेम्पलेट। फिलहाल मैं एक टेम्पलेट ना बनाया। सो ये बहुत सारिया टेम्पलेट्स ने, सारिया तुसीं ट्राई भी नहीं करनिया, शायद चलणगियां भी नहीं। ये जी असी यूज़ कर रहे थे, जो मैं टाइप करना शुरू करूँगा वो ऑप्शन दे देगा। देयर आर हीरो, हीरो स्लाइडर, हीरो विद राइट इमेज। सो असी हीरो विद राइट इमेज वाला यूज़ कर रहे थे, ठीक है। जो भी ये यूज़ किया इतने मैं वैल्यू भर सकता। सो इट विल लाइक ए वेब फॉर्म। यू क्लिक हेयर, यू फिल दी वैल्यूज। टाइटल इज हीरो द ग्रेट, सब टाइटल, देन इमेज राइट। ये ऑप्शन है कि यू वांट टू रिस्ट्रिक्ट इमेज इनसाइड कंटेनर और नॉट। प्राइमरी एक्शन लेवल GNE हीरो, प्राइमरी एक्शन URL, देन सेकेंडरी एक्शन लेवल ते ओदा URL। फाइन। सो इन्नी वैल्यू भरिया ने मैं बस, और कुछ नहीं किया तो मेरा वेब पेज बन गया। ये मैं कोई चेंज नहीं किया तो मैं एस्केप भी कर सकता सी ते क्रॉस भी कर लिया। बस इन्ना काम है। हुण तुसीं कोई बनाने नवा पेज बना लो। दैट्स हाउ यू विल क्रिएट। तो आई विल गिव यू दी लिस्ट जेडे तुसीं टैंपलेट ट्राई करने ने। मे बी मोर दैन 10 टैंपलेट्स यू विल ट्राई। हुण इन्हां वैबसाइट तो बड़ी सौखी बन गई। दैट मीन you don't need any great efforts to make like this. Just you need to select the appropriate image which will be given by your client, right? You can help how to select a tagline client देगा। If you have a creative person with you, you can suggest के की change होना है। Content become more important। कंटेंट का कोई नहीं है। कुछ हद तक चैट GPT हम दूर कर लगा इस चीज़ को। अदरवाइज कंटेंट तो बंदे लिखते रहे हैं, शायद हम भी लिखण। सो टैगलाइन किदां दी लिखनी है, सब टाइटल किवें लिखना है वह, तो फिर जोड़े एक्शन ने उत्थे की लिखना। मैं इत्थे क्लिक करांगा, की खुलेगा राइट। सो आई गिव सम लिंक टू दी वैबसाइट। ये फिल्मी हीरो है। सो यू नीड टू डिसाइड व्हाट टू डू। सो दिस इज वन टाइप ऑफ द वेबसाइट राइट। So first try slider, they will collapse. So now I am in the web page. I need to go to, okay, you can see, I mean this type of the portal you can create without any effort, right? Which will have the home page like this. So it is for the teacher and students. So we have the courses, you can create courses, etc. if you have the sufficient power. or you can see explore, you can find the people, right? So your name is there. If I want to know, see ये फोटो मैं नहीं पाई थे, ये अपने आप ही आई है, ਤੁਹਾਡੀਆਂ नहीं आई हैं। ਤੁਹਾਡੇ जीमेल अकाउंट ਤੇ फोटो नहीं है, ਉੱਥੇ ਹੋਊਗੀ ਤਾਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਆ ਜਾਏਗੀ, right? So this type of website you can create with this Frappe framework without any effort. So you can go to desk. From the desk again we will website and web pages. Right. We can see what she has done. Like it might be your dream to do something in HTML which meet our requirement, like mathematics, equations, flowchart. So you can do that, and your friend has done that. This is by Diya, right? But I mean, you need not to focus on this. You first make your normal, maybe website about yourself, about GNDC, about your school, about your city, about your hobby, whatever you have. So create a few web using the templates, right? Diya post the templates which are there in Frappe. ਜਿਵੇਂ 5-6 templates ਨੇ, ਤਾਂ GitHub ਦਾ ਲਿੰਕ ਦੇ ਦਿਓ ਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਚੋਂ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਸੰਦ ਨੇ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਉਹ ਕਰ ਦਿਓ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਟਰਾਈ ਕਰਨੇ। ਸਲਾਈਡਰ ਟਰਾਈ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਨੇ, ਕੋਲੈਪਸ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਨੇ। So that we will see going to so you will go to, when you will see, I think you won't see able any web page there. You type it up. Once you go there, you won't see any list there. Then it will be empty here. That will be like this, right? So then you can create a new web page from here or from here. And then just fill all these things, and here when you like fill all, read everything carefully, right? Like to explore. If you are not able to understand, then ask the questions. Click add row, and from here you can use the template section with collapsible content, right? So you can try this. So just try a few things maybe, and we will see. Anything more you want to learn for today? Sufficient है? इतने काम करो, learn HTML. ठीक है, you are to learn HTML. Not more than 15 minutes. ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਸਭ ਦੇ GitHub ਦਾ ਅਕਾਊਂਟ ਹੈ? ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਹੈ? ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਹੈ? ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਕਿਉਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ ਫਿਰ ਬਾਕੀ ਦਿਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ? ਇਹ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ? ਮੁझे ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਟੀਚਰ ਨੇ ਕਰਵਾਇਆ ਹੋਊਗਾ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੇ? ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਤਾਂ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗਾ ਕਿ ਬਣਾਉਣਾ ਹੈ। ਆਈ ਕੇਮ ਟੂ ਨੋ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੁਝ ਟੀਚਰ ਨੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ PPS ਵਾਲੇ ਟੀਚਰ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਬਣਾਓ ਸਾਰੇ ਉੱਥੇ। ਚਲੋ GitHub ਤੇ ਆਪਣਾ ਅਕਾਊਂਟ ਬਣਾ ਲਓ, ਠੀਕ ਹੈ। ਤੇ HTML ਸਿੱਖਣ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਲਰਨ ਮਾਰਕਡਾਊਨ ਇਨ 5 ਮਿੰਟਸ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਦੇਖ ਲਈਓ, ਠੀਕ ਹੈ। ਤੇ ਜੋ ਵੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਡੇਲੀ ਦਾ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹਦਾ ਰਿਕਾਰਡ ਰੱਖਣਾ ਹੈ, ਕਿੰਨੇ ਵਜੇ ਕੀ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ, ਹਰੇਕ ਐਕਟੀਵਿਟੀ ਦਾ ਟਾਈਮ ਨੋਟ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ, ਕਿੰਨੇ ਘੰਟੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਕਲਾਸ ਲਗਾਈ, ਕਲਾਸ 'ਚ ਕੀ ਸਿੱਖਿਆ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਲਿਖਣਾ, ਘਰ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਰਿਪੋਰਟ ਬਣਾਉਣੀ ਹੈ। ਫਿਰ ਉਹ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਅਸੀਂ HTML ਸਿੱਖੀ, ਇੰਨਾ ਟਾਈਮ ਲੱਗਾ, ਕੀ ਸਿੱਖਿਆ ਉਹਦਾ ਰਿਪੋਰਟ ਬਣਾਉਣੀ ਹੈ। ਉਹ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਸਾਰੀ ਰਿਪੋਰਟ GitHub ਤੇ ਜਾਏਗੀ, ਤੁਸੀਂ GitHub ਤੇ ਬਣਾਉਣੀ ਹੈ। GitHub ਦੇ ਵੈਬ ਪੇਜ ਬਣ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਨੇ। ਸੋ ਯੂ ਵਿਲ ਹੈਵ ਉਹਨੂੰ GitHub ਪੇਜਸ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਵੈਬ ਪੇਜ ਨੇ। ਸੋ ਮੇਕ GitHub ਪੇਜਸ, ਉੱਥੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਪੂਰੀ ਰਿਪੋਰਟ ਬਣਾਓ, वो तो मैं चेक कराया करूँगा कि तुम की काम किया जे तुम कोई दसना भी मेरी प्रॉब्लम है यू नीड टू रैफर दैट पेज कि मैं ये स्टैप किए मेरे हो चुके हैं इतने मेरी प्रॉब्लम आ गई प्रॉब्लम से पोस्ट की हुई सो दैट्स हाउ वी विल वर्क फाइन एंड प्रोफेसर Stinderpal Singh will also mentor you. He can also answer your queries or can monitor or say you are not doing anything, so he will also monitor along with me. And basically you need to monitor each other, right? हाँ चार ही से चार ही मॉनिटर वो अब क्लास हुआ पेपर से तो रिफ्रेशमेंट कल तो आने